Super stoked to share this with you guys today. This is PaleoRoo. PaleoRoo's a granola startup coming out of California. Gerardo, a friend of mine who's a professor of packaging at Art Center, he shared this with me. This is his company. Now, what you're gonna see is the way that a packaging expert designs packaging and creates packaging. Now, this is a startup. Now, one of the things you're gonna notice with startups is you can't always move into the most sustainable packaging right off the bat. Again, you're not gonna have the economies of scale. Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult, especially when you're moving into food products. So the first thing you see is this is a stand-up pouch. It tears open. But from a graphic standpoint, what we're really looking at is the way that this packaging alone is gonna stand out on shelf. If we just look at this bag, and you look at the orange of this kangaroo, you look at this broad blue space in the background, the tiny window of product is nice, but really when you consider what's happening on shelf at your grocery store in the granola aisle, you've got a lot of green, you've got a lot of like brown and browns, like brown on brown for some of these more organic products. This thing right here is not only going to stand out because of color, but when you look at the character that they've created, it takes up the majority of the space, and it's a recognizable character. Now, why is there a kangaroo? It's PaleoRoo. This was developed with a friend of theirs that is from Australia, so it ties back to this. It's paleo. All the products in here, all the products in here are amazing. I mean, it's delicious. Now, I'm not gonna make a commercial for PaleoRoo, but it's awesome. Check it out. But just from looking at the position and the branding of both of these, the size of the logo, the size of the character, where your called information is happening throughout, it's constant. So what you do is if you imagine a wall of this, or even if you had 4 of these side by side in what your typical grocery store looks like today, this is gonna be a standout. And whether you're an adult or a kid, kids are gonna relate to the kangaroo because it's a character, and there's no characters in granola today. As an adult, you're gonna acknowledge this because it's easy to recognize and easy to find on shelf. So check them out. I'm gonna open this up and I'm gonna enjoy this all by myself. See you guys.